Hey,
Hey man, what time it is, man?
hey, relentless.
Hey, hey.
Welcome to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Drake. What up, world? We back.
We are back. And we got some special guests with us today, man. Well, tonight, rather. Matter of fact, it's on a Sunday. I'm going to tell y'all that because, not too often will I just make a surprise, say, okay, let's go. But, when you get certain honors, you have that's been bestowed upon you, got to take them, So we got Jay Brown, Cowboy Boss, in the building with us. What's up, man?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
man. It's good to be here, man.
Appreciate you coming. And, of course, we got Larry Hoover Jr. over here with us, man. What's up?
Oh, man, just happy to be here, man. I appreciate when people pull me out and want to deal with me,
Welcome back to the town, G.
Oh, yeah.
Real recognized real. We caught him at an event last night that Dre and them were having. And it's crazy because I kept sitting there looking. I'm like, damn, I know dude. Damn, I know dude. Like, damn. So, let me tell y'all this before we get all the way in the interview, right? So, now that I've been doing this movie stuff, everybody I look at is a character.
Absolutely.
So at first I kept saying, is Larry a character? Is this a character I'm looking at? And I'm like, nah, this ain't no character. But then your other partner, the bright dude, what's his name?
Milton.
Yeah, I was like he a character. That nigga look like he look like he sleep with his fist balled up. Just look like he pissed off at everything.
Shout out Dave CG Security, man. Millie.
So we were able to pull this off, man, from last night to today, man. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you coming on such
short notice.
No problem.
So let's get into a few things. Before we start obviously, everybody knows your father. I was sitting here thinking earlier, and I said, for a man that's been incarcerated for 50 years, this has to be the most famous person alive that's living and been. Let me see, how do I say? I haven't seen anybody that has the influence in a positive manner that he's had to be away for so long. What do you think about that?
I think it's crazy that everybody out here in the world understands and sees what his positive influence is, but the people that's holding him captive can't find nothing positive about him. But everybody that's, just that's living in a world that respect him and love him for his positive influence, and they keep trying to say that his influence is a negative thing,
Right. But I think we fear what we can't control, especially the powers that be. And so when you take a look at what's been accomplished over this period of time, and when I say what's been accomplished from a positive movement of, get out to vote, basically bringing people's mindset to, elevate to pick up a book and read, go to the polls and vote, galvanizing a whole group of youth that have never met him before. Being able to bring two of the biggest hip-hop stars out in his support. I don't know anybody else that's even free that could bring out Drake and Kanye for a benefit.
Well, his whole outlook was about changing the mindset. He already knew what it was to have that mindset that wasn't a great mindset to have. It put him in a situation that he was in, and he experienced from being a youth. He knows from experience where that mindset was going to put you at. So after going through the experience that he was experiencing, and he seen that people would follow his lead, he say, let me try to change this and guide people in another direction. And that was starting to be what he was trying to give to the world, even though, like I said, the powers that be don't want to accept it for what it really was, but he seen what influence he had, and he was trying to use it to keep people from being in his situation.
Absolutely.
So he was working hard on it, and his actual evidence and proof of the things that he was doing it was mainly through 21st Century Vote. It's crazy to see that you bring out 10,000 individuals to go march on City Hall, and they like it never happened, and you're a negative person when they was marching to keep keep clinics open, keep schools open, trying to get us together so we can go vote. Like he seen what it was, the power of the vote, and that he could get the people together. That was mainly what the scary part is, man. They talking about all the wrong things. They talking about what they want the narrative to be, and right now it's gotten to the point where we could at least tell some of the other side of the story.
Because he was big on that, getting together and using your voice for your vote, using your platform for your vote, like to better the people, like, you know what I'm saying, the growth and development aspect of what he stood for.
Oh, man, they swept me down. The growth and development is not real. Like, he actually, with him being in that situation and turning himself into a reader, finding out about Daily, the dailies and how they came from the streets and how they took they got to, you know what, he seen how they got their people together and got into politics, and they actually ran the city of Chicago, but he was trying to get into politics to try to help his people. The ironic part is he couldn't do like they did because they actually was in City Hall beating people up and throwing people in the river to take their positions. His was with bringing people together so they can go vote, but they actually, they was taking people out to take their position and threatening them like, you need to get on up out of here because we need that seat. He just seen that if you could bring, he knew about power in the numbers, and he had the numbers. That was the scary part.
There's definitely strength in numbers, and when you get numbers together like that, coming from our people, that becomes a threat, just period. Because I mean, history tells you that they don't want to see us organized, like, in a positive manner.
Yeah,
and they'll do everything to stop it. So it's unfortunate, like, that we still in 2022 we still unable to.
Yeah, if you go back, we've been fighting for the same thing for ever since we've been fighting for our rights. And it's it's things that change, but we're still fighting for a lot of the same stuff. We still trying to. It seems like they push us further away. They lead us in a different direction, and we go backwards. After we get so far forward, we fall apart and go backwards, and then we got to start over. We don't trust nobody that's out there fighting for us. We can find something wrong with everybody that can do something good, so now we don't want to deal with them.
And he'll tell you one of my biggest things, and I'd be like, man, support your leaders, man. Like, everybody not perfect, support your leaders, and that's I'm big on that.
Everybody is human.
Yeah, everybody human. We all human.
And if you're human, you go make some mistakes. You go do some things that probably ain't the best, but
it's how you grow from them.
Yeah, it's like what's that? Let him toss the first stone, the one who ain't did nothing. How they go? How you supposed to say that?
He without sin cast first stone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's something that it boggles me, because you see churches, mosques, synagogues across the country that are full every Saturday, Sunday, Friday, whatever worship day may be. And I don't care what religion you subscribe to, what religion you are. All religions speak of forgiveness.
All of them.
But it's a situation when we get into certain positions of power, or certain people in a position of power, it's like they forget about that, but they profess it, at their synagogue, at their mosque, at their church. But when it comes to you being a judge, when it comes to you being an attorney, a congressman, a senator, people that can actually express that forgiveness, we choose not to.
Yeah, it seems like they this is a conversation that's always being had, and it seems like the people in power are trying to win compared to expressing the law. You know what I mean? If the law says that you have an opportunity, they trying to win and make sure that they win their case. They not trying to, exercise the law. You know what I mean? No, they know the rules.
Right.
But they just choose not to use them. They just want to win cases a lot of times compared to looking at what the law says, exercising the law, and giving people a fair opportunity. It's about, I gotta win and they gotta lose, regardless of the situation, regardless of who they harming. They just want to win.
But you don't even. And a lot of people don't realize what you just said. This is how they further their careers. I don't give a damn if you innocent or not. None of that matters. I refuse to lose. So that make you just as much of a gangster or a corrupt as the person you trying to come after.
No, that's the
so. And it's like, God damn, like, and you know what I call them is legal gangsters. You know, because that's what they are to me, legal gangsters. You take the same laws and you turn them against people that you feel like you better than, instead of upholding those laws.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what, you can have. It's a book called License to Lie. I don't know if y'all ever looked at this book, but it's a breakdown of how the deck is stacked against you. The scales of justice are not weighed equally. And it just talks about how they have these license to lie. Everything is built in the prosecution's favor.
Everything.
Hey, my buddy that I just talked to today, and he stuck down there in New Jersey in a peculiar situation, if you know what I mean. He told me about that book. So when you wind up in them situations, you do a lot of reading and you trying to understand what you're dealing with. Yeah, he told me about that book.
And you know, this is what I think people fail to realize, man. And I don't know how to say this exactly. I got to say it just clearly. Jail can damn near be a positive thing for a lot of people, right? And I say that based on the fact that, hell, when I was locked up, I was reading 2-3 books a week. They're some of the smartest people you will ever meet that are some of the smartest people you'll ever meet, they incarcerate.
Yeah.
It is when you have all of this time to sit back and think, you can see the world clearer than we can see it out here.
Absolutely.
Hey, it take you out the rat race, don't it?
Oh man, come on, man! Because you really got time to sit here and go through these
and
things.
And take away the distractions for me. Like the distractions was the biggest thing. I had a clear space in the sense. I had a clean slate. I had a clear space. I wasn't distracted by all the ways of the world. You know what I'm saying? And it was a space where I can get back and I can reflect. And that's the crazy part, man. Like there's so many examples that I can point out of people coming and going inside and getting their life together and coming back out and being a positive influence on the situation. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's been gone long as he has, and the message that he's leading with now, like, you know what I'm saying, even back then that he's leading with,
hey,
that should be, you know.
Yeah, like you said, I see a lot of people that come home and, like, I guess it kind of did what it's supposed to done. You know, people think about their life and, like, this ain't the way I want to be.
Absolutely.
I want to do something different. And it's possible for me to do something different. But as far as, like, when my father's concerned, because his message was what it was and that people were willing to listen to it, you know, he's considered a terrorist. Like, they say he wanted to overthrow the government, man, because he had people following him and he telling young kids to go to school just because they would listen to him. The people that they can't deal wouldn't get in order because they had respect for him. You know, they figured he was a terrorist and in control of a terrorist situation. And if he was considered a terrorist for the drug part of the situation, y'all don't fear him because he was ruining our communities as far as the drug game was concerned. So y'all ain't worried about no terrorists in our community.
Right.
Like that's
Right.
BS.
Well, what a threat is, you know, him getting people together, understanding, you know, us as a people and us getting organized and us having a voice like some of these other ethnicity groups of people that have a voice. These other groups of people that get together and have a voice. You know, we you know, us being together raises our platform, raises our stake in the game. And that's probably is a threat to
being a leader, being able to organize,
exactly,
and he was willing to do that, and that's what he was trying to do. Like he said, a lot of it started because he was watching the news a long time ago, and the police was going in people's houses in the projects, and they was searching everybody's house, got their whole house on the wall, and he seen that, and he like, man, we getting treated in the world just like we getting treated here in jail. So he knew that he had the influence to pull people together to fight against it, and that's what helped push him into getting into politics. Like, man, I can maybe get my people together to fight back against this, and that's what pushed it. That's how, when we had ghetto prisoner years ago, that he looked and like, man, we ghetto prisoners out here in the world, cause how you just gonna go search the whole projects?
Right.
Take everybody out their house, mamas, grandmothers, fathers, grandfathers, little kids, every apartment, you know, and have it on the news, and it's okay, and nobody say nothing about it.
That's a sale check.
Yeah.
That's a sale check.
Shakedown.
That's cold shakedown. Everybody come on. Ain't what I mean. So when you look at the parallel to that, that was something I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So if that's the case, that's a cold shakedown in the joint.
Yeah.
It's a cold shakedown. That's how I go. Everybody come out. We finna go in there and look under the bed
Without reason. Just cause.
Well, I mean, you know what was going on downstairs, but you got to catch people doing what they do. You can't just
do it.
You know, everybody not responsible for what's going on. Y'all have to do y'all job to deal with them people. Nobody proud of, you know what I mean, what happened in the all the drug selling and the trickle down effects of that in our community. I mean, we didn't bring the drugs there, but they came and it wasn't nothing there, and they was it was throughout there, and people seen the opportunity, they went for it. So now we fighting for this, because we ain't had nothing else. Yeah. And it destroyed and ruined our community. So nobody is, happy about that. But now y'all gonna make everybody responsible for what y'all set out there and let us go ahead and tear down our communities with. That was a setup.
Well, first and foremost, the economic, discrepancies in our country, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why it works.
It's a big gap. Exactly, that's my point.
That's why it works.
Like, that's the part that they don't want to look at. Like, America has a problem with, seeing their faults. We love to point at other countries and what they do wrong.
They don't have no faults.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Not America.
we love to look at other things and ignore certain other things, So, with the average household for a black person is what, 32,000 versus almost 100-some thousand for a white family. Like that.
I don't know.
It's a big gap. Put it like that. It's a huge disparity. So with that being said, they want to label us this or label us that, but they don't really see the real problem, like lack of opportunity.
How you supposed to survive?
Yeah, lack of opportunity.
Well, what really happens is there's a lack of acknowledging slavery, and the reason I say a lack of acknowledging slavery, because when you deprive people of generations, right? If you deprive anybody of, let's say, 5 generations, I think a generation is 25 years. If we're being deprived of economic opportunities, we're being deprived of educational opportunities. Those two things go hand in hand. So now, if I give you I'm just going to use a 200-year head start, right? I give you a 200-year head start to go and buy land, build homes, educate yourself, and hold us in bondage and not do it. Those things will have a lasting effect for thousands of years. There's another book I read called Why Nations Fail.
I don't mean to cut y'all, but they didn't buy anything. They were given land and used us to work that land.
Okay, you are correct, sir. Now, but with that being said, now they were able to enrich themselves. Absolutely. And then buy more land.
With free labor.
Right? With free labor.
Yeah.
So, you're right.
Yeah.
So now let's look at this, right?
And that's the story of America, that America don't want it. I mean, that's one of them stories. It's like, y'all were given these acres to develop this country and use us to work them, but we get nothing.
So here go the thing to this, Dre. Think about this. There's a book called Why Nations Fail, and it's written by 2 economists. I can't think of the guy's name. I got the book in my office, But they break down. It's a hell of a thing in the book, because you got Nogales, Arizona, and Nogales, Mexico, and they show a gate between them. And they say, what's the difference? And they said it's the governance, right? So if what happened, they said if all the countries that have been conquered over 1,000 years ago are still under the same rule. So if thousands of years ago, when Spain and France were conquering countries, what they did is they didn't just conquer. They conquered the countries. They pillaged the village. They raped the women. They did all of these things. They took all of the natural resources from this country, from all these countries, right? So when those people got in government, they did the exact same thing. This is one of the problems in Africa. It's a perpetual cycle of what happened when they were colonized and conquered. So if you take a look at what's going on in America now, when America was formed, it was formed by prisoners from England, so they had certain rights. They understood their rights. But within those rights, they had rights to have slaves. So this mentality, if you think about some of these countries that have been conquered over 1,000 years ago, are still the same, and this is a 200-plus-year-old country. How the fuck you think it's going to change all of a sudden? Do you think people's mentality automatically go away? Do you think if I am in charge of something, I'm eager to share it with you? I'm just being real.
No, that's right.
Why do I want to go give my position of power up to somebody else?
Oh, they got to keep the line alive for sure. I definitely understand that part of it.
But I've been told these people are beneath me.
Yeah.
And I'm writing a book right now, and a big part of most people don't understand why slavery exists. And me and you've talked about this, Dre. And one of the examples I gave in my book is the biggest reason for slavery is because they have to call, racism. They don't understand why racism exists. You have to cause dissension. And because if you lived in a world of peace where we had no racism, no prejudice, everybody loved everybody, eventually that world would be only black. And let me explain my rationality for this. I'm going to give you the perfect example that everybody can really relate to. Let's look at Barack Obama. White mother, black father. He went and married Michelle Obama. They have 2 kids that are black. Put all of those people, put Barack Obama, his 2 kids, his wife, his father, their grandmother, and their grandparents in the same picture. Their grandparents don't exist anymore. In 3 generations, their grandparents don't exist anymore. I don't give a damn who you are, whether you white, Mexican, Arab, whatever. Everybody want their seed to live. We seed killers. So if y'all saying y'all, when I see, I'm not gonna even go there. But when I see certain things, if you love, white people, and I'm not a racist at all. I don't care who you with, man. Keep your dick out of them. Cause that's how you really killing them.
Right.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all share with me if I'm wrong.
I mean, that's the code, you know what I'm saying? But, to touch on that, they played a hell of a game because slavery still exists, and it's still written in the Constitution. That's why prisons are up, and it's still legal to call us a slave in prison. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's
like you say, put us out here with nothing, and then see what we gonna do to try to get something.
The same thing they did to get what they got, because they was out there with nothing.
Yeah, but they not gonna allow us to do that.
No, not even a little bit.
Okay, I hate to use this particular thing, but y'all know I'm silly as hell. But Plies say that I bet the nigga that invented robbing, I bet he was broke. What you think we supposed to do, man?
Absolutely.
Nigga invented robbing, I bet he was broke, man.
All right, man. We can talk about that topic on and on and on, man. You know what I'm saying? We got my boy Cowboy sitting up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? He anxious to talk about his music and his situation, man. You know what I'm saying? I see him up here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it, man. Let's jump right into it. Larry, you want to introduce your artist, man?
Man, this is one of Houston's own, Jay Brown, the Cowboy Boss, man. He bringing something on. Man, bringing something different to the table. We not doing the kill each other music, man. We trying to
Thank you.
Have people have a good time and enjoy some good music, man.
Yeah,
love it.
So man, how this all started? I rodeo and trail ride. I do the whole Houston culture.
Absolutely.
And how I even started that was trying to just through the vision of growth and development. You know what I mean? Just seeing myself bringing people together on a different accord. And when I say that, I mean all nations, from black, white, Mexican,
absolutely,
Brazil, wherever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a lot of us that do this. And I used to freestyle a lot about horses and this and that at the rodeo, and I was like, man, you need to take that serious. It finally came about. I dropped one song, Stock Show, and it kind of like blew me up. And
it's called Stock Show?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, just rode a $50,000 horse at the Stock Show.
Okay.
Probably fuck a bad bitch at the rodeo.
Okay.
Word.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, I been hearing about them trail rides though. I'm not a big trail rider per se, but I heard about them trail rides though. Man.
Well, we gonna have to put something together for real.
Yeah, we heard about them trail rides.
What
man.
you heard about them, Dre?
Hey, go down, man. You better be in the club sometime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
4-wheelers and trailers.
Trail ride. Hey, Travis, you been on a trail ride?
I ain't been on one, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I've heard about
It's
it.
a good look.
Say them trail rides.
Larry, you made a trail ride yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, you gotta get your man in the trail ride.
It's almost rodeo time. We coming back around. Man.
coming back
You
around,
next year
man.
at rodeo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we trying to hit that stage next year.
Yeah, for sure. But man, just with the music, man, it's a different look for me. You know what I mean? I got a new single coming out with Colt Ford, which was one of the originators of like the country rap scene.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all familiar with him. Him and Kevin Gates just did something. We got this Friday night record. I think it could be
Now we
The
know
one.
it could be. We don't think we know.
I'm a
be.
country
Yeah.
music guy. Like
Yeah.
he'll tell you, I
Yeah,
listen
no
to country
question.
music for real all the way around.
Yeah.
I listen to all of it.
Well, you gonna love this.
I tell you, I had a dually, man, jacked up. You know, I pull up to the gas station. I'm jamming some country music. I get out the car with all my jewelry on. You know, I got my necklace, 2 of them on, diamond. I'm ready. You know.
Yeah.
So the white boy standing there just scratching their head. And he looked at me, and I'm on the phone. I came. He said, "Excuse me, sir."
He said, "Excuse me."
That's a nice truck you got there, and you jamming the goddamn good music, and I can't figure you out. I mean, because you got the rap uniform on, but you got the country outfit with the truck. But, hey, man, I sat there and talked to these dudes for about an hour, man. We just dying laughing, man.
Right.
But just for FYI, man, we got black cowboys, man. Like, don't ever get it fucked up, man. We do that shit too, man.
Oh yeah, we got
real
and,
shit, too.
and to speak on that, we got 3 black cowboys that's actually in the national finals rodeo this year.
Okay,
that carry
right.
rope.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Shad Mayfield, Corey Solomon, and John Dowch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good
Man, I
luck to
think
you
the Mayfield,
brothers,
they from Acres Home, ain't they? Where they from Acres Home?
Well, his people originally from Acres
Okay,
Home, but
yeah.
one of them from Prairie View, one from Huntsville, and the other
Okay.
one he actually from New Mexico.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we out there too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't miss us on that, man. So stop trying to keep us out the door, man. Let us in, man.
Yeah, for
Real.
sure.
Let us in,
Trey,
man.
you ride horse?
I rode a horse. I don't ride
Have you
horse.
ever rode a horse, Larry?
Yeah, I rode a horse.
You rode out to J Ranch?
No, I didn't ride when I was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I done rode a few horses
I
in
rode,
life.
I done rode a few horses.
I still don't know what I'm doing, man. You know, they take me on the.
Oh, they
Yeah,
rode it.
hey, the horse ride by themselves. The horse just follow the horse that's in front of them. That's what I've been on. So you can
Yeah.
damn near say I ain't rode.
You know how to
you
stop
rode.
the horse?
Yeah, I think it was pulling back.
Yeah,
on-
pull it.
How'd that go? That's how it went.
That's how it go, yeah, pull
Or
the
was
rein.
it? Or was you tap the sides?
Nah,
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
You
Okay,
kick
let's go.
me,
So
kick
that was
me,
pulling
let's
back.
go.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But I
Gas
mean,
and brakes.
it's crazy I say that because I actually train horses like
Okay.
from the ground up. I mean, I started from when they wild to where I sell them to that when they $20,000 worth of horse. You know what I mean? Like, and that could be in a 6 months to a year time. I can get $20,000-$30,000 just off flipping a horse.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, and-
Damn, we're going to talk about the horse business.
yeah. I mean, it's,
Shit.
We like business up here. Especially good business. We like good business up here.
for sure. And that's kind of how that song Stock Show came about. You know what I mean? When I came up, I was just trying to do something different with myself. You know what I mean? Like, everybody around me was going to jail for drugs, murder, this and that. Just like, man, I got to do something different. So I found horses, and I found a guy that actually was flipping horses. He couldn't ride, though, because he was hurt. Like, man, we're going to make a lot of money together.
Mm-hmm.
He showed me how to ride, and I started flipping them. It's like, man, I ain't got to watch my back no more. You know what I mean? Like, I can actually do something legitimate and positive and change my outlook, you know, and that's how I just took it and ran with it, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? And the Cowboy Boss just was formed within the past 6 years, you know what I mean, as far as with the music and rodeoing on the top level and meeting with the right people to kind of get us out there, you know what I mean? And now I sell to the pros.
That's what's up, man. What's your favorite event in the rodeo, man? What you do best,
Oh
man?
man,
What you got, man? What
it
you do
gotta
best?
be calf roping, man.
Calf
You know what I
roping.
mean? Yeah.
So you
Calf rope?
Yeah.
Man, that's
That's
a hell of a
tough.
business.
You got to be at
That's a
that
hell of a
too.
business
Oh,
to be
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I don't want to wrestle with no animal.
Oh man, that's I ain't gonna lie, them 8 to 15 seconds that a man is doing that, it's like an adrenaline rush, and it's the greatest feeling to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, it's a
wife
hell of a
do-
skill set though too. Man.
It
You
is.
gotta you trying to hit a move and target with her. Yeah, that's a hell of a skill set.
Yeah.
My wife do parties, right? So she just did a Texas Hoedown party, and she had the mechanical bull out there. And it's so fun when you see people just, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But when he turned that goddamn thing up and you see him go, oh, that shit ain't as fun no more. And they hitting the ground hard. That's when it's really funny though.
Yeah.
Because you really hitting the ground hard, man. Like, that ain't no easy thing to do.
So imagine that motherfucker being a whole real couple ton bull.
I ain't gonna do it.
I mean,
I'm
neither, of
gonna
course,
watch you.
You ain't gonna watch
I'm
me?
gonna watch you.
Uh-uh.
You on
Huh?
bull ride?
Oh, you on bull ride? Yeah, I ain't
No,
finna
no
do that.
bull.
Oh,
Only
okay.
bull I'm riding gonna be on my plate.
that's right. I'm sorry. It go to they the healthy ones. It go two health nuts over here. They vegans and all this shit here. We me and this man, they gonna grab us a steak still.
I'm just trying to live. He can afford some steaks right now. Look at him. He got room for steak. You on the other hand,
one man stay shooting shots to him. You know what, Drake?
You just cause that healthy shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
I'm happy about that.
I gotta do something. I kept trying to figure out what was wrong with my belts. I didn't realize they don't fit no damn more. I'm sitting there like, man, what's wrong with these belts? What's wrong with them? I done tried 2 belts on. I'm like,
so try pushing back from the table or try the vegan lifestyle sometime. It ain't bad.
Yeah, that's bad. Listen, man, let me tell you, I done told y'all before, man. I ain't seen nobody beat death.
True.
No, ain't nobody gonna beat death. It's coming.
But you can be quality of life though. You can have a good life while you. That's all I care about. I ain't got to be 100. I just want to have a good life and be functional.
Yeah.
Functional.
While I'm here. That's it.
Mobility, all that type of
Right,
stuff.
right.
Yeah. Look, brother, we just gonna work out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ain't got to cut our diet out.
See, you teaming up with him now, and you encourage him though. But if you go catch him during the week here, boy, he gonna have big plates, boy, every day. He gonna have big plates, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, listen, man.
When every restaurant know your name, how you doing, Mister? You know what I'm saying? Everyone. I ain't talking about.
That's just because I tip good. I tip good.
Either way, that means
that's all that mean. That mean I tip good.
That mean you're there a lot, so they know you tip good. They familiar with you.
Hey man, that food a hell of a thing.
It
especially
is.
when you've been deprived. See, if y'all been locked up,
Hey, that's another drug.
that food, that's a drug.
That's a drug.
That's a drug. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Especially
now,
in
that's
America,
one of my
it's a drug.
drugs. Food, man, that's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. So when you say you don't do this, you don't do that, yeah, all the shit you smoking out that food, yeah, it's a lot in there that you probably don't need to have. So yeah. So I like being healthy. Just to say, I like being healthy.
And you can be a bad vegan.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of process.
What's a bad vegan? I ain't never heard of that. He said you could be. What's a bad vegan?
There's a lot of processed food out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can eat a bunch of potatoes and a bunch of fried food.
Yeah.
That's one of my drugs. Potatoes.
Yeah.
See, because you got a lot of drugs that come
Man,
in.
hey, all the, starch and shit that turn into sugar, it ain't good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it with too much anything is bad for you. You know what I mean? Not that you can't have it, but you don't want to overdo it. And sometimes when people try to do the vegan thing, they might not really be big on vegetables. They find themselves eating a lot of potatoes, a lot of rice, a lot of pasta.
Yeah.
That's,
What's your vegan meals like? What's your
man, they differ. It may be a bowl with salad, and there might be some rice in there. It might be tacos. It may be some type of something mixed up veggies and broth, and it could be something raw. It could change it.
I was trying to get some encouragement. Though none of that shit sound good.
I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna eat some.
But hold on. Excuse me. I mean, are you eating for taste or are you eating for the nourishment? Because if you eat for the nourishment, your perception might change.
I'm eating for taste, man. Listen,
right,
we already know.
So when you eat for taste,
we don't have to highlight all my bad points. This is not what the show is about.
Hey, so we just talked about being stuck in stuff that's been put on us forever, and that's how the food is. Same thing. We've been eating it forever, so it's hard to make that change. Just like we've been living our life a certain type of way, and like you say, for thousands of years and 200 years, it's hard to make the change. But it's a choice. You can
man.
do it
it's
if
a
you
choice.
want to. Yeah.
I just haven't made that choice, man. It's really a choice.
So think about it like this here. We are the only pretty much mammals that eat dead food. Think about
vultures?
that.
Oh,
Yeah, we
vultures.
vultures, yeah.
Really?
But
Vultures ain't a
no,
mammal.
my thing that I just try to say is like, if you look at a cow or a chicken or a pig running by, it don't. I don't want to go bite that. It don't excite me. But we've been trained to eat meat. But if you look at an orange or a tomato or something, it look like something you might want to bite into. But you ain't gonna bite no cow. The meat really don't taste good until you put a whole lot. You do a whole lot to it. Vegetables can actually taste pretty good raw.
I never
really.
thought about it in that manner, but I have looked at a few cows and chickens and shit that I want to bite on. So I don't know.
Hey,
I can't wait to cut your ass up. So
they look pretty juicy, huh?
This man terrible, man. I can't believe you just said
Hey,
that.
man, listen. Hey, shout out to my partner Caraway, man. You know Caraway.
Yeah.
Caraway say he went to his grandmother's house and he say His grandmother went out there and killed 2 chickens, plucked them, chopped them all up, and fried the chicken, put them on the plate. He said him and his sister sitting there, they won't eat. He said they just broke out crying. So what the hell wrong with you, boy? We don't eat them kind of chickens. We only eat the chickens from the stove.
Now, see, this is another thing that I want to tell people though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not against, like, you know, if you choose to eat meat, like, cool. If you can eat it like that, fresh off the like that. The fucked up part about a lot of the meat that we do eat and consume is it's been shot up, it's been processed, it's been everything. It got all the shit we don't eat in them, for the shit that's fucking us up. You know what I'm saying? If I got it from out the yard to the plate, then we got a whole nother ball.
So now that you say that,
because that's what the problem with food is, in my opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying, the process that it goes to before it gets to your plate.
Yeah, if you look at the process, if I looked at the process, I'd be a vegetarian.
Yeah,
I know it.
Yeah,
because I saw it one night and I had to cut it off. I had nightmares. I didn't eat right for 2 or 3 days, and then I was invited to a good steak. Man, I was like, damn, I had to try to get that out of my mind, and when I bit into it, it all left. But anyway,
no, he ain't talking about the chopping it up and all that. He talking about the
process,
the shit that they putting in it to
make
it get ready quicker.
Okay, it was crazy, man.
To
they
make that motherfucker start this big and that motherfucker grow this big in a week.
It used to take it. I think it used to take chickens like 2 or 3 months. Now that shit like 2 or 3 weeks. They grown.
What?
Shit crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's shit crazy.
Would you go
but hold on, because this is where, now that you made me think about something, it's small. We sitting here joking, but this is the power of a Larry Hoover, right? Because you saying here's a man that's been set back, read, and been this influential over 50 years, and now just imagine he come out and say, this is how I'm eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So think about that, man.
Hey, look, he been stuck there eating what they've been giving him. Like, he gonna eat some pork and everything. No, he ain't gonna eat no pork. Let me take that back. But he gonna eat him some beef and some chicken and some fish when he get to the world, though. You know what I mean?
I believe that.
He looking forward to eating everything that he hasn't had the opportunity to get. He talk about the food that he get that ain't real this, that ain't real that. Like, so, yeah, he can eat whatever he want at this point for him.
Absolutely.
He get a chance to come to the world. Yeah, go ahead, put that steak. I get the steak for him. I'm not gonna eat it.
We're gonna call Jay and get the whole cow delivered to him.
Get that natural grass.
Some of that black Angus.
Yeah, that's the real deal. Them black Angus.
Yeah, get that black Angus delivered to him. So you can have it like this. See, I know where that cow came from. It was raised right. It was done right. See, some stuff you just, you don't know where it came from. Even that steak, boy, you don't know where that steak came from. They could tell you and put a number on it.
Yeah, I don't believe none of that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Because all of it take a lot of seasoning, and like you say,
Yeah.
it's been processed. You got
But
to
you
put
know
your
what?
own
It took me going to prison and realizing my body was more important than a lot of other things that I was doing. It was more important to me having them taquitos and Whataburger, all this other stuff I was eating at the time. So I was like, okay.
No, that's not true.
That's very true.
That's not true. Listen, man, listen. Now, you know I ain't gonna let you do that.
Let's go.
I remember perfectly. Me and Dre was in Beaumont Camp.
Yeah, that happened.
I happened to get us some Whataburger.
You did.
And the man ate the Whataburger. Matter of fact, he called it out. Damn, they got me in trouble. Man, you smell like Whataburger over here, man. We got Whataburger. Goddamn, be quiet. None of these people finna count, man.
Hey, because you was so cold with it, bro. Ain't nobody supposed to have Whataburger at that time. If it was after, kind of like, well, somebody got some Whataburger. You had it before. Can you the coldest dude I've ever seen in my life?
Oh, dang, we ain't gonna do that shit.
No,
Listen,
you
man,
cold.
don't do that, man.
You was cold. The man had,
Hey.
hold on. Let me try this. Anybody know anything about the pigs? No, 9 o'clock count is stand-up count, lights on count. This man had Whataburger before the 9 o'clock count. Literally. No bullshit. So, yeah.
Really, Dre? That's what we doing?
That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Charles,
So
what are we doing? This what we doing?
Doing now, because it's on record, though. They know you left the camp already. You left 2 or 3 times on record. That's a fact.
I got called coming back. That was all. I mean, that was a bad deal, man. God damn. Hey, man, listen. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna even say that. But shit,
My
people
boy,
knew
though.
I wasn't gonna do that shit right, man. God damn. Hey, man, listen.
And just because you weren't doing it, you almost took me there and said, yeah, you know we got your boy. Like, what boy? I don't know you. That's my man right there. We met in the joint, man. That's my man right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Look at here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We met in the joint over some Whataburger.
Hey, man. I ain't gonna even put you out there, man. I'm not finna do it. I'm just.
We had to pass the time. Like what you just say, the man, whoever invented robbing probably was broke. So we had to do what we had to do, right?
So man, listen. Since I'm not gonna bring myself to what you just did. I'm not gonna do it. But you know what? I take that back because I didn't say it before. He just said this shit is the statue is gone.
It's gone.
The statue is over with.
It's gone. I still got pictures though. Go ahead.
Trey had Ace of Spades in the feds for his birthday. Man had Ace of Spades, and we ain't gonna keep talking about that shit. But yeah, Trey.
Yeah,
damn.
But I'm just saying, I said all that to say, man, going to prison, it made me think about, of course we did things there, but I mean, at the end of the day, it made me focus on. I went to prison, I was almost 230.
You was that big?
Yeah, I was 227 when I went to prison. When I went to prison, I was 227.
So you was a whole me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
So I understand what you're going through.
Now you a whole Jay Brown running.
Yeah.
How much you weigh, man?
170.
Yeah, damn, you a whole Jay Brown when you was a whole me.
So I'm about 180, something about 180, I'm 186 right now, something like that.
See, if I got the 170 again, even when I came home, I was like 180.
Yeah.
People thought I was in there smoking crack or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the crazy. People think, oh, you lost weight, you da-da-da-da. No, I got healthy.
well, I tell you what I didn't do in the feds. I didn't eat. I don't think I ate too much. I definitely didn't eat no pork. No, I didn't really eat no beef.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much chicken only. You know what I mean? Because that was some different shit. But you know what? I seen you do a few interviews, Larry, and very few people ask you about you, man. Tell us about you. Who are you, man?
Man, I'm an example of what my father was trying to put and make in the world. You know what I mean? So
that's strong.
I went to college. You know, I actually finished that.
What school you went to?
Morris Brown.
Okay.
Down there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Shout out to HBCU.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went to college. I finished college. I'm a married man. You know, I got 2 kids that I'm there trying to raise in the best way possible.
Okay.
You know, I worked construction for 22 years. You know, I can actually retire. I got all my time in for that. And you know, just from living my life and seeing what my father set forth and the stuff from my family, along with it just being in me already, you know, I'm concerned about my community, you know what I mean, and what's going on in the outlook that we have on the world and how life is going, you know, in the community that I live in, you know. So my father was trying to make a change, and you know, it was put on me to, you know, try to keep speaking for that change. Because of him, I was given a little bit of a voice to, you know, try to speak on and try to influence some youth like he did. I'm definitely not him, but I get an opportunity to try to, you know, tell some people to make better choices. You know what I mean? Because we see the examples of what's going to happen if you keep making the wrong choices. You know, people think it's cool. They think they being gangster. They think they being like my father is, or maybe somebody else. But these old guys that go and wind up spending a lot of their life in jail, you know, want to explain to you that this is not an experience that you want to go through. Like, people think it's a big thing to go to jail and, you know, I'm big and bad. You don't get no... It's like I got it off The Sopranos, I think it was. You don't get no propers for going to jail. That mean you got caught. You know what I mean? That ain't making you...
Man, you just spoke a gem right there.
Man, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, what are y'all getting props for going to jail for, man? I got caught. Yeah. I'm mad as hell about that.
Yeah,
I was doing just fine. And these people came and they fucked up everything. My family was living so good. Everything was good. Do you know what happened when you take the leader, the man out of the home? It's a hell of a thing, man. And it's no rewards to be given for being locked up. Man, that means you got caught. First of all, it's not just even about getting caught. We have to find a better way to do business. If you can be a successful drug dealer, you can be a successful businessman. Because I promise you, it's hella hard to stand on them blocks and really deal with all of the bullshit that come with it, as far as the jackals, the conniving, the deceitfulness, the robberies, and, you know, the police, partners who the police. It's a hell of a thing, man. It ain't no peace in it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I'm just basically trying to raise my family. I mean, raise my kids the best way I can, be the best husband that I can, be the best man of God that I can, and try to put something else in some of these young men's mind if they willing to listen. Stop trying to get them to not be so angry, not look forward to killing each other because it's a disagreement. Like murder is the option, the first option seem like for the smallest things. Like this don't make no sense. Like you willing to die for somebody, but you're not willing to live for your family, for your girl, for your mama, for your kids. Like, why is everybody so ready to die? I know it's rough out here in the world and the opportunities seem like it's not there, but I believe a lot of that is a mental block that's been put on us. Like, it's opportunity if you're willing to work for it. It's stuff not just gonna be put in your hands, but it can happen. But it's gonna take work and it's gonna take time. Nothing happens overnight. Right now, everything is microwave fast in the world. At least they believe it's microwave fast, but no, it take time, it take energy, it take effort. So we're just trying to pass that message out there, man, and quit living like we living. We can't come together because we steady, like I said, we angry. Somebody look at us, we ready to shoot them. Somebody bump into us, we ready to shoot them. We used to be able to deal with each other. Down south, everybody used to wave. But now, things ain't working the same no more. So we trying to bring some of that back, some love back.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think we got to do a better job of conflict resolution.
Yes, definitely.
And I think it's like we drawing a line in the sand on everything. You right, I'm wrong. And we have to we can agree to disagree, but we can also find some common ground where we can, make some concessions on both ends and try to find, do something that's going to be for the better good.
Right.
And, like even with this movement with your father, whether you agree or disagree, one thing you can't disagree on is the leadership skills that are there, and a man that can galvanize this many people needs to be free. I can't imagine anybody that can disagree on that, even though there are so many that do. I think that's a situation where we have to be able to take a look and say, how can we support this movement? And as I'm saying this, I'm just as guilty as everybody else, because I'm asking myself, what have I done to? And I can't say I've done anything. So that's something I can look you in the face and say, I'm willing to change. You got my number, you'll get it. And we'll talk about anything I can do or we can do on our side from a podcast standpoint or even personal. Something you can call on. Because I think we can't just say it, faith without works is dead, And I think a lot of times one of the things we do as people, we judge everybody else on their actions, but we judge ourselves on our intentions. Man, I ain't mean it like that. I would have helped you if you called. When nigga ain't called, he needed help, period. You needed to put something towards the move. So, we'll say I intended to, I would have, but you didn't. Yeah. So your actions did not speak there. Where are my actions? You know what I mean? So, I got to hold me accountable, and anybody that's out there looking, if you believe in the movement, how can we support it? What do we need to do for it?
And right now, at this point in particular, we refiled, because when he got denied without prejudice, which gave him a chance to go back in court for the First Step Act. And right now, we need everybody to pray that God put forgiveness in the judge's heart so he can understand that he needs a second chance. Like he qualifies for a second chance, and that it's a such thing as redemption. And how much time is enough time? 47 years is, that's a lifetime. Some people don't make it to see 47 years.
Just buried home the other day at 40, had a heart attack. So
all we can do is, pray that the judge, get some understanding and get forgiveness in his heart and give him a second chance. They keep saying that what he would do if he was released. That's what they in fear of. They say he qualifies to be released, but they worried about what he would do if he was released. How about you follow the law that was made to punish us when we wrong, but also made to protect us. How about you follow the law and give him opportunity, and then if he don't do what he's supposed to do, because you know you gonna be watching him, lock him back up. You know what I mean? Don't say what he go do. Give him a fair shot. We just looking for some fairness out here, but it's nothing nobody could do at this point. We waiting on a response from the judge, and hopefully we don't have to do nothing after that. But if it's not what we need, then we'll look forward to seeing how, you know, everybody can reach out and help. We just want to, you know, keep his name alive and just let everybody know what the real story was. We want to keep changing the narrative because he's going down in history as a terrorist and leader of the guys that tried to, you know, they say overthrow the government and mess up the communities, but like, let's just keep telling the story on what he was trying to do and who he really was. You know, of course, like I said, they did what they did, but it's a limit to that. All other guys at home, don't treat him specially.
How is it possible? Because if the man qualifies for everything, at what point do we have a prejudice to say we're making a conscious decision based on what we think that has not happened? We're making a conscious decision to not follow the law. That's criminal.
That's the law we live by.
I mean, but that's criminal. Now you're not following the law. If he qualifies for to be released, and you're choosing not to follow that law, is that not criminal?
Yeah, we supposed to. Everybody should respect that law, and then they wonder why people have issues with the way the system works.
That's deep, man.
It's like they don't respect their own words.
Yeah,
because y'all made these laws. Y'all put these laws in place.
Well, you just can't trust their own words. So
yeah.
my buddy, I came up with this. He was locked up, and he called his father. Man, I need some money, man. You know, I'm fighting this case. I'm trying to get out. And his father told him, "You fight not to go to jail." He hung the phone up on him, and that was deep. That's the understanding that we gotta have. You fight not to go to jail, because once you're there, the people got control of you, and you don't know when you may get up out that situation, because they play these games. It's not a fair game, so we need to understand that out there. What we think we want, think we need, is it really worth it? Because once them people get you, now they gonna take away a bunch of your time then, and then when you come home, it's another block on you because you got an X on your record, and it make it even harder to do anything. So you stuck to go right and do the same shit over again, man. So we just got to really look at what's going on, what we doing, how it's affecting us, and all the people around us, man.
It's a vicious cycle, bro.
How do we break it?
We got to wake up. Education. We got
Get some understanding.
Yeah, we got to respect. We got to give some people some respect that's trying to pass the right information and listen and really take it in and start, like you say, take the action and start doing something different. Not saying, yeah, big bro, OG, and going back to do the same stuff that you was doing. You know, you got to start changing. There's a lot of people out here trying to do the work to give opportunities, help people getting programs like to get trades and you know, go get their GED so they can try to get some type of job. Like, it's so much that needs to be done.
I have a CDL school, and the reason I started that school was because I kind of wanted to know. I said, what opportunities are here for guys that are coming home, for felons? What can they do to make a decent living, right? And that was one of the best opportunities I saw, because I don't know another job where you can be uneducated and first year make $150,000 a year if you're willing to work. And so when I looked at that, I said, you know what, this is a way I can give back. I'm working on right now, you know, y'all hit us up at Greedy Hall and Training, Greedy Hall and Trucking School. Get your CDLs, but we're working on getting more grants in place so, you know, we can also help with, you know, you guys that don't have the credit to qualify for the financing or don't have the money for the tuition when you first come home. So that's something I'm really working on, because one of the issues I have with a lot of the homies that come home, they'll tell me crazy shit like, well, I want to be with my kids now, but You've been, because I've been away for 10 years. But damn, why not go take this time on the road, go put you some money together. Now you can take care of your kids.
Yeah.
They need your financing as well as they need your presence. We can't dismiss the importance of your presence. But we got to be able to take care of them, and we can be influential in our kids' life when we are actually there, when we can speak to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially when we can financially take care of them. It's a different level of respect that's given at that point, even from your kids.
Yeah.
So I applaud you because you said something that's important to me, and that was, you said I'm a husband and I'm a father. And that's important, man, because we have to be there for our kids. And I think what happened, if we go back to the Lyndon B. Johnson era when they took the man out of the home with the welfare situation and say, well, if he here, you can't get these assistance. That was a direct attack on families.
Right.
To
Black
me,
families.
you know, that's a direct attack on families.
Yeah, definitely it was. They've been attacking us, and a lot of it was directed directly at us, but it was poor people all together.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say just black families.
You know what I mean?
I said families.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you why I say black families because how many white projects you ever see with that many people in one place at one time, all in the same condition, fighting over crumbs.
They don't have projects, but they got little
They do, but I'm saying,
parks
but
and little raggedy towns.
They do,
and
but I'm
stuff.
saying, but a trailer park doesn't have the amount of people in that one situation, and it becomes it creates competition, it creates jealousy, it creates envy. I say this because I do a youth program in my projects, man, and it's like times have changed. Like the respect level has went down, the communication level has went down. You got wars going on within the neighborhood, and that's something that didn't happen when I grew up. Like we did things, but it was against other neighborhoods and outside the neighborhood. Now people are scared to come outside. People are scared to send their kids up the street because of things that could possibly happen in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
and that's that. And I'm from
that's
Houston.
definitely changing.
So I said that because I know there's poor people of every ethnicity or whatever, but I said black people for the simple fact, man, like you have these so-called affordable housing places, but these places seem like that's what, they come out and shake us down. They come out and police us rough. They come out and do all the things because they know where we at.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's just a different.
They don't. They're not a part of the project, which is the project.
Right.
Like it's a project to keep us in this
absolutely.
situation.
So that's why I said that. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I
That's
got
why
you.
I came from that angle
It's
because
a project to keep us in this situation.
yeah.
God damn.
Like come on, man. Like
Damn. But here, damn, shit, he hit me with something right there. It's a project. I got to think on that one because it's a hell of a project.
yeah.
That's a hell of a project. But I said poor is poor, right? It don't matter if you white, black, Mexican, Asian, poor is poor. Because poor is a state of mind. Broke is a statement of account. See, your state of mind is poor. So the reason why they don't want to come outside is because they have a broken, poor state of mind. To say it's okay to take from you or take from you instead of to uplift you so we can try to figure out how we can get some money together. I ain't big on social media, but I've been getting there. I'm working on this thing, right?
Have you?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I
Okay.
ain't made a post yet or
So,
nothing,
but
but
he
I'm
ain't
working
working
on
on
it.
it. Stop saying I ain't
I'm
gonna get away with
I'm
that
looking
shit.
at it. I wasn't
working
looking
on
at it.
You logged in.
I logged in, right? But I saw something that said, when one Jew make money, he makes sure 5 or 6 Jews make money. And I was like, damn, we got to do that. We have to be able to allow others to come up with us and not just in the streets. That's not, we have to be able to say, what can, if I'm doing this trucking, but here's one of the issues with that before I go into the other part. We have a divide and conquer mentality that we have to shake because everybody wants to be the goddamn boss.
Oh yeah.
And that becomes our problem. We don't understand how to play our positions and acknowledge, I'm in training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a student. I'm following in order to lead. I'm taking these teachings to be a better me, not to try to figure out how I can take Larry place, how I can take Jay Brown place. I got to figure out how to get Dre out the way. That ain't how this shit go, man.
No, not at all.
I'm trying to be the best me I can be.
Hey, we trying to change the mindset because,
Yeah.
like what you said, it is what it is. All the youth are a boss. Everybody is a boss. Where's the workers? You ain't even made it to a boss yet.
The harvest is plenty, the workers are few. My son, and this is something I'm dealing with right now. I've talked about it on my podcast, right? My son, his mother said that I told him he gonna have to get a job. I want him to get a job because I want him to understand a work structure outside of my favoritism.
Yeah.
You know, outside of this nepotism that you have here with me.
Right.
Right? So she said, well, no, he don't need a job. He needs a business. And I feel like it's sending the wrong message because before we had a business, we had a hustle, we had a job, we had something that we had to do that taught us discipline, that gave us character. And that is a thing on Instagram. Oh, you can be your own boss. If you do this, you're gonna make $1 million next week. If you buy my course, I promise you're gonna make $100,000 the first month. If you buy my course, you will never be broke again in life. If you buy my course, you're gonna have all the women, all the cars. If you buy my, I'm like, God damn. Well, damn, what do you actually do? Because I be wanting to know, what do you do outside of sell me your bullshit? Are you actually doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
You need to write a course on flipping horses, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Right.
Everybody gonna get in the horse business. Everybody ain't gonna be you now,
Yeah.
but everybody can do it if you sell a course.
Well, it's crazy because like right now we got a bunch of COVID-19 riders that's trying. And I call them COVID-19 riders because
Yeah, I'm just
I'm like, whoa.
what the hell?
I mean, just during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, couldn't nobody go nowhere. So the only thing that was still open was like mud parks, horse riding, stuff like that, trail riding.
Oh, so that was good for business, the
So-
pandemic. Okay.
Everybody who was in the streets that couldn't do what they was normally doing, going to clubs, popping bottles, doing this and that, we going to the trail ride. So now you got a bunch of skinny jeans, just guys.
I ain't never
around.
seen a skinny jean trail rider.
Ah
now.
man, they wear their pants inside their boots, and it's crazy now. You know what I mean? But
They ain't cowboy like they're supposed to be
No,
cowboy.
no, no.
They were watching Prince.
they
They
just
saw Prince perform. He put his pants inside his boots. You know, he was
Yeah.
cool.
You'll see them like that's how the game got messed up. You know what I mean? Just like anything else.
Mhm.
You get people that come in and don't really learn and work their way to where they at. You know what I mean? Like I've been doing this 10 years.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I've been at the worst of the worst, and I've been to the best of the best. It took a grind and struggle to get there though. You know what I mean? For me to be able to flip a horse for 10 to 15,000. I used to sell them for $500 to $1,000. You know what I mean? But now you can't even find a horse for $2,500 because the COVID-19 riders came in and this horse worth it. He worth that. What makes him worth it? You know what I mean? Like if you don't know what you're doing, all you doing is running him up and down the street.
Right.
Versus actually giving that horse a job, or you know what I mean, teaching him what needs to be going on. And I keep saying the COVID-19 riders because before COVID, we ain't really had no shootings at trail rides.
Right.
We ain't had no real bull cone going on. That's what you
I got shootings at trail rides.
man.
I'm like earthquake. What you doing with a gun at the zoo? You a hunter?
and the
Doing it
reason
with a gun at the trail ride, man.
most of it be behind pussy. Just being honest.
Well, you know, if God made anything better than pussy, kept it for itself. Now.
You know what I
He
mean?
made
Like,
anything better than that, he kept it for itself. But that's a hell of a goddamn thing, boy.
yeah.
That hole will get you in a hole.
Yeah, they be trying to do that buckety buck thing, and it end up being just because she was with him last week, and now she with us this week, and that's a
Hell no,
problem.
y'all been passing them around the trail
Yeah,
ride. This is how it
it's
goes.
been going on. You know what I mean? Like, but
They don't go to no trail ride.
I'm not,
They gonna shoot your ass. They gonna
I don't wanna
shoot
be
your
shot.
ass, Dre.
nah, I mean,
I'm not gonna do nothing wrong though. I'm not gonna do nothing that warrants being shot.
You probably had a girl over here with you, man. Damn, you already had her last week. What's wrong? She ride with me. Gotta watch you, Dre.
But we at the trail ride. though.
Yeah.
I heard about these rides.
Well, listen, this our little joke. This ain't even a joke. It's our thing on the show. Dre talking about he was gonna be a personal trainer. Would you let him train your girl?
Hell no.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. The hell I look like letting you? But you better, girl, man. You listen. You getting me out of my character, baby. You can't have no. You don't need no male trainer rubbing all over you. Put down in this position. Put your leg. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Nah.
I'm a professional.
I don't believe you.
That's fine.
I don't believe no man is a professional.
But you ain't touching mine.
Exactly. See that?
I'm not a trainer.
Jay Brown?
So.
Thank you, Jay Brown. I appreciate it. Because we be having people on here lying to him, Larry. Oh, no, I'll let you train. No, you won't. You lying. One dude was over there. His girl was over there. And Dre looking at the man, girl.
Man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll train you. That don't mean you was looking at her like that. You was just looking like I could get her in shape.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, are those in shape professional eyes or those eyes of... I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
Let's go.
Man, personal training is too much personal time.
Exactly.
You know.
Hey, man, I don't mean to put the... It's old. Everybody know it, but... damn, what happened? Shaq had the man training this girl. She ended up with him.
Boy, that's cold. That's what she went now. No, she would have.
No, but now she done went through him.
Okay.
They done with. But damn, I'm making millions of dollars paying for your training. And you. Hey, we gonna get back to the good brother Larry Hoover, man. Cause this God, I'm gonna get upset now. You paying for this? Yeah. So man, what's
So instead of a trainer, go get you a nutritionist. Could it be a male?
a male nutrition? You don't need no male. I'm the male. I don't need no goddamn male. I ain't even jealous like that. I just know better. I know me. I have done things unbeknownst to me. Like literally. See, okay, so let me tell y'all this real quickly again. Everybody done seen two dogs on the side of the road. Have you seen two dogs on the side of the road? In an alley? In the yard? They don't care where they go do. I mean, have you ever seen two cats?
No, not often.
Not all, but have you seen two cats?
He a cowboy, so I'm sure a lot of things go down on the farm.
Well, you a rare breed. Because very few people done seen two cats getting it on, but they keep having kittens. They slick. They got us beat. These women way sharper than we gonna ever be, man.
Facts.
They way sharper than we gonna ever be. So, you know. But now that comes back to the other part of this thing, which we have to be good men, good husbands.
Yes.
And be in the household.
Yes.
So we can train our daughters.
Yes.
To not be like what we seeing out here right now.
Yes.
Ooh. Boy, I tell you, I thought when we was coming up, we thought we was some players. This right here, well, look here, let me slide in the DM right quick. And I got a partner who said he got a formula. For every 10 DMs he slide in, he gonna get 3. That's his formula.
That's 30%. I mean, that's a good number.
That's a hell of a number, ain't it?
It's a good number.
I say, but what about they man? What about the bar? I see you end up dead. He wonder why I don't want him in the car with me.
Damn.
Hey, that's been the game forever, playing the numbers. Nah, seriously though.
Got a good point.
The cat that when you was young, before them phones was there, and y'all went somewhere where the ladies at. Just say it was the rodeo. Bunch of ladies there.
Mm-hmm.
The cat that seen one girl that he liked might not come up, but the guy that talked to 20 women, he gonna come up out of that. So
shout out to our producer. He ain't here tonight.
He got more chances.
Our producer, he can't see. He fat. He blind.
He gonna make 20. He gonna get.
But he gonna hit 25, 30, and he gonna always come out with something. He told me a long time ago. The problem is most people have a problem with hearing no. They feel like they got turned down. They not understanding all he looking for is a yes and a yes for tonight. And I ain't seen nobody win more than you, boy, ever in my life. You tough. Lonnie Green, shout out to you, baby.
Producer, where you at? Hey, man,
he can't drive at night.
He better not drive at night.
He shouldn't drive in the daytime.
Yeah, for real. If y'all ever saw him, y'all be like, yeah.
This how he look at his phone, Larry. I'm not lying to you. Am I lying, Drake?
Yeah, that's how he take pictures with his phone, too.
Yeah, that's how he be doing it. I had a hook up at the driver's license plate way back when. Bought my man over there. The girl say, I can't give him no license. This is my partner. She said, we can't put him on the road.
Yeah, he fucked up.
I had to agree with him. He couldn't do it.
But they didn't warn
Stop
me.
driving.
They didn't pre-warn me of his eye condition, so I'm looking at him, I'm checking him out, and he taking a picture of me, fucking me up. I'm like, yo.
What's going on? What's wrong with him?
What?
He really can't see, though. For real. Like, he really can't. Now, take that back.
And they say he can fight.
And
they say he can fight, so I was confused.
You put him in nice shape out there, pretty, anything, whoo, especially a white girl, he gonna see them automatic. Hey, paper. There's snowflake over there. Ooh, there's snowflake. Like what? Oh, he gonna see that in a minute, bro.
From a distance too, huh?
I'm talking about from a distance. Oh, you know Rico. Yeah, Rico called me. We in Vegas. I never forget it. What you up to, man? Nothing. What line? What? I said I'm sitting there with Lonnie. He say, "What he doing? Staying at some white girl?" And I look over, like, "Yep." Don't know how you knew it, but you called good money.
Man, shout out to Rico, man. We gotta get Rico on the show.
Yeah, we gotta get Rico on the show, man. Shout out to Rico, man. But what's next for you, man? Like, I know we just, you saying we can just pray on it and, put it in God's hand and see what we're doing there. But we all on the same page there. What's going on with you?
Man, we like I said, we trying to work Cowboy here.
Okay.
And then man, I'm just trying to keep creating businesses and opportunities. I'm trying to create them for myself and help whoever else I can get to them.
Okay.
So I'm just all about trying to continually grow.
That's all good.
Cowboy,
how can we reach you, man? How can they find your music, man?
Man, you can find me, look me up, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere, J Brown the Cowboy Boss. If you're looking at me on Instagram, 713 Cowboy Boss. Anytime you type in Cowboy Boss, you're going to see this handsome face somewhere.
Cowboy Boss. Work, Cowboy Boss. I am a fan of good work, man. How can the people find you, Larry?
And at Larry Hoover Jr. _ on Instagram. That's pretty much. I got Facebook, but I don't really do much with it. You know what I mean? I'm just on there. So, yeah, pretty much Instagram, Larry Hoover Jr. _ on Instagram.
Word.
Larry Hoover Jr. _ on Instagram. Dre, how can they find you?
Boss Life Dre, 9601, IG, Dre Wiley, Facebook.
I'm finna tell y'all how to find me. I ain't even making this up.
Relentless.
I don't remember my thing.
Relentless A code.
So since you can look yours up, what I'm missing? I'm on Cameo, man. I'm sending out birthday shots and and birthday shots and everything. I'm saying what you want. I'm doing what you need me to do, man.
I think Kiki told us about that, man.
What, Cameo?
Yeah, when you do the birthday, y'all getting some money with that too, man.
No, I'm trying to get there. I'm getting it going, man.
Tell me about Cameo.
I did a pep talk today for a guy with a fantasy football team.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? That was rooting him on. He was a 3-time champion in the fantasy football league, but he been having a bad year. So I hit him with some pep talk to tell him that he can still be a champion and keep making history. So
hold on, tell me, you a fantasy football guy?
No.
Okay, I was just finna say I shouldn't even. If you would have said yeah, I was gonna say why did I ask that question? That's immediately because he was finna start a whole nother conversation about fantasy football. Listen, man,
it's the greatest.
Y'all are not coaches.
It's the greatest.
Listen, man.
No, I'm not a coach. I'm a GM. Team president, CEO, owner. Yeah, I'm not a coach.
I can't believe this.
I can imagine.
I got 5 teams. I'm 5-0 today.
Grandfather, I can only imagine my grandfather looking at y'all talking about y'all GMs of a damn imaginary league.
It ain't imaginary. I got my money in it. I get paid from it.
No, if you got your money in it, it's real. It's
real.
no longer imaginary when the money is.
Absolutely.
Once you put the money up, it's serious. It's for real.
And I can't wait to get off this podcast and look at the DraftKings account, see what it is.
How you doing in Kiki League?
Oh, I should be in first place today.
Who won last year?
I did.
You won last year?
I'm probably gonna be 2-time champ. That's where it's trending right now. So far, so good.
So we're gonna get you. You can go on Cameo and get Kiki your pep talk.
Yeah, what's up?
Kiki, shout out to Kiki.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a north side of the league with a room full of south siders, so I gotta be careful when I go out there, man. They be on me. I had to go get my trophy of this year, though, But it's all love. Shout out to Kiki the Don. 713 Fantasy Football League, man. It's up.
All right.
It's up.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming by, man. We appreciate you. Jay Brown, Cowboy Boss.
Yes,
in the building.
Y'all.
Hey, man, I just want to let you know, man. Hey, man,
appreciate
it
Larry
sound like you got some
by.
good stuff going on, man, bro. Keep pushing, man. I love your mindset. I love how you channel your energy to something else and into a positive aspect, bro. It's rarely you find young brothers that, doing their thing and on a positive note. We glorify too much bullshit, bro. Like, if we being honest. I'm guilty of it at times, especially in my past life, bro, but we glorify too much bullshit. We glorify too many bullshit people that we shouldn't put on this pedestal because our kids are seeing this shit and thinking that's the way to go. And they feel like they can cut corners. And life is about work, putting in work. Some people make it overnight, but that's not for everybody.
Nah.
It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the casino.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. Like you said, man, you
Everybody
pull a
ain't
slot,
gonna
you know what I'm
make
saying?
it
You
like
can do things some 1,000 times, but getting it right and grinding and earning it, getting it from scratch, you can go jack and rob all day, bro. That ain't the way. You got to keep Jay. That's not sustainable.
Right.
We got to start doing shit that's sustainable.
Not
You know what
only
I'm
is it
saying?
not sustainable, Dre, think about it. Let's say you have a hell of a run robin, right? Let's say because they jugging out here pretty tough. I know they're doing it in Chicago. But let's say you have a good run for a whole year. You came up on, let's say, I'm going to give you a great number. You had a $2 million year. Now that $2 million, because you've been putting that iron on somebody every day, that $2 million cost you 40 years. So break down that 40 years for that $2 million. One thing, all the money in the world can't buy back yesterday.
Nope.
Or that
Time.
$2 million cost you your life. Somebody come get it from you.
What? Because they see it.
Ooh.
Because if you go
Boy,
and take
that's
it, if
real.
you go and take it, you put it on display for sure.
Yeah.
It's a good chance you
Absolutely.
put it on
That's the
display
other
for
part.
sure. And if
Look
you,
at
if
me
you
on
got the $2
Instagram.
million, you got a $2 million lifestyle. You probably got a $4 million lifestyle if you got $2 million. The way
So
you
now
got
you
it.
got to keep
Yeah,
continuing.
now you got to
this.
keep going. So it's a never-ending cycle because it's never a means thing. I sold dope before, bro. So that was never a means thing. The feds wouldn't have came and got me, I'd have still been out there. That's just what it was. But once I got caught and was able to rechannel my thinking and lock in on reflecting, you know what I'm saying, where I've been and where I need to go, I realized I can't do that no more. And I'm never going to play that game again. So I get it. It's a chase. But is it worth it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that chase ain't always worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I still live a great life now, man. I have fun. I'm on some player shit. Like,
You really
know what I'm
have
saying?
fun.
I'm on some player shit, man.
You
Like,
really
you know
on
what I'm
some
saying?
player
And I ain't on that, though. I love my brothers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to fuck with you every day, but I can respect you every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I step on dude's shoes, hey, man, my bad, bro. I'm the humblest dude in the world. I don't mean I'm scared or I'm a hoe. It's just, hey, man, my bad, bro.
My bad.
I ain't on that.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? I tell
That-
kids
that-
all the
that's
time,
conflict
bro.
resolution.
Yeah, I tell kids all the time, bro. It's everything don't require. We ain't got to clash heads over every little thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, bro. Like you say, niggas killing over females, niggas killing over Instagram posts, all type of shit, bro. That means nothing, man.
Man, it's really a lot of people ain't got respect for themselves
Yeah,
these days.
facts.
You know what I mean? And having morals set for themselves. You feel me? And when that got broke down and Instagram and all this came into play, and you could be who you thought you wanted to be. Like when I was coming up, see, I'm 30 now. You know what I mean? You had to earn your name.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You couldn't just type
Absolutely.
in something and say, "Oh, I'm Rich God" or "I'm OTF this" or da 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 da.
Yeah.
You had to be who you actually was, and it was gonna come together.
Ooh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this Cowboy Boss didn't just come because I typed in "I'm the Cowboy Boss." Nah, I worked my way to here. Like I started after everybody that was around me. I ain't started riding horses till I was 18, and now I'm in the league. You know what I mean? To be with the greats in the pros. I can call Cody Old or Fred Whitfield, Corey Solomon. These guys.
Fred Winfield's guy was talking about. That's him.
Yeah.
He can make us home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy I was
Yeah.
talking about. Okay, yeah.
But I mean, I can call these guys personally. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I used to sit up at night just watching them. You know what I mean? Like, in my dreams came true.
That's
But you-
putting in work right
You
now.
got to
Absolutely.
work toward that.
Absolutely. You
You
got to
know?
manifest. You got to plant the seed, man. You can't plant a weed seed. You can't plant a banana seed. You can't plant no seeds. That motherfucker grow tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to put time in it. You got to nurture things, man. You got to pray about it. You got to manifest things, man. You got to put energy toward those things.
You gotta work.
You know what I'm saying? You
Gotta
got to work
put
towards it. So,
the
you know,
work in. It
I can
ain't
say I
no
want to be skinny all
substitute.
day if I don't ever go to the gym or stop eating what I've been eating. I ain't putting no work in.
See, he
Nah.
keep shooting slugs at me over here, right? Hey, you know what? Hey, Larry, we appreciate you coming by, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
You know,
brother, before
man.
we go, man, it's my boy DJ K-Tron birthday, man. Happy G-Day to you, fam. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
man, it's your
Thank you
birthday,
so
man.
much, You know what I
Hey,
mean?
man, happy birthday, man. Boy, I did not know that, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got you in there on a Sunday, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you coming out, man.
Is it Scorpio season yet or what's coming?
Now, this Scorpio season.
Okay, yeah, right on. I'm
Okay,
right there with you,
okay.
man. Scorpio season.
This Scorpio
baby.
season.
Yeah.
Well, we out here because Scorpio had us outside, but like I said, we had to make some time for my guy, man. He come through and bless us with his
Oh,
presence, man.
Hold on.
And he brought a special gift.
I didn't. I just cut you off, but
I'm sorry.
I got it. Happy birthday, mama. I love
Oh.
you, girl. It's her birthday today. I did not know your birthday was the same day, Travis.
Yeah, he said that earlier. He told me that earlier.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I love you, mama.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting understanding of Travis better now. Didn't have some things just clicked.
Uh-oh.
Some things just clicked. Yeah, Travis, we got to talk tonight. Just clicked to me. I apologize, Dre. Didn't mean to cut you off.
You
I
good,
just
you
realized my mama's birthday.
Yeah, he said it
So-
earlier, though.
So shout out to you, Mama.
Happy birthday,
I hope
Mama.
you're having
Happy
a great
birthday.
time.
Yep, happy birthday, Mama.
Sent her to Cancun, and her and my daughter and my wife, they all in Cancun, and Royce, they all in Cancun
Lord.
kicking it. And
Man.
I told them, I just got off the phone with them right before we got on, and they told me, we rented a car going 2 hours away, so sit your ass down now.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing 2 hours away.
Yeah, absolutely not in Mexico.
Get off the. What is wrong with these people? Anyway, we keep finding other subjects, man. Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. Jay Brown, I appreciate you coming on, man. Happy birthday, K-Tron. Happy birthday, Mama. Y'all got any other shout-outs y'all want to put out there before we go?
Man, hey, man, I'm good. I just, like, Houston been like a second home to me, and I appreciate the love I get here, and, yeah, we just gonna keep moving out here, man.
Oh,
Yeah, so
good.
we're going to get you a hat next time, man. Like my
Yeah, we got to get you a Jay Brown hat, man. Don't let him come back on without a hat, man.
Nah, you can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and when rodeo season happens, make sure you're out here. I'm going to tap in with you, too. You got to come back.
Let's make sure, we got to work to get him on the stage.
Yeah, let's figure
You
it out.
already plugged in enough,
Yeah,
but, you know, let's see what we can do on this.
I
Man.
mean, that's
Make
what
it
it's
happen.
about, bro. Like I said, if I can scratch your back, man, lend a hand, bro, and help you keep going forward, bro, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to reach back with somebody, man. That's
Same
what we
vice
do.
versa, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, also, the last thing, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to
Yes,
Cole
sir.
and Dre. Last thing. Dre, I need you and Jay Brown to get together and see how we can get some of them kids over there to get interested in riding horses and bull riding and all that crazy shit that I know them ghetto ass kids you deal with. They gonna be like, I don't want to rope no bull.
They not ghetto. They just misunderstood. We
No,
ain't
they
training.
ghetto, it's okay, but
we're
you
working
training
progress.
them.
We're
You
working
training
progress.
them
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
to get rid of that mindset.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
see
sir.
the growth in a couple of your kids already.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
impressed.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, man, shout out to Drake before we go, man. The homie had a great event last night.
Yes,
Him
sir.
and Dieter Cantu. Shout out to
Shout
Dieter,
out
man.
to
They doing
Cantu,
some
my
great
brother,
work in the
man.
community,
Oh, yeah.
man. And that's a matter of the action I was talking about earlier. People that are actually putting the work. Shout out to Larry. You know, those are people that are putting in the work. That are really, you know, everybody can say, you know, we're part of the movement, but everybody ain't putting in the same work. So shout out to the guys that's putting in the work, and shame on me for not doing enough. But I do sponsor a lot of stuff, you know, but I got to work on it. I'm trying to get more money so I can be a better sponsor to y'all.
That works.
Hey, this positive energy is part
Yes,
of the
sir.
work, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
you
sir.
dropped a lot of gems today.
Yes, sir, man.
So all good, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the Cole and Dre Show. I'm Cole.
And this is Drake, and we out.
Peace.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Hey.